Hey, Garrick Wordmuller, Digital 411. Awesome show today, if you will. We are here with David Schutte from At Home AMC, Appraisal Management Company. How you doing today, David?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Exciting times, as you know, with appraisals and everything. I'm seeing a lot of things. I'll just start with, I've had one take 3 weeks to get assigned, and then they wanted $2,000 for a 3-week turn time is probably my worst example out there. Second, I had an order recently with an appraisal management company, and so they couldn't find anyone for a couple weeks. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. And I know a few appraisers, who are in their pool, and so I literally called a couple and said, hey, have you seen this order? And one of them said, yeah, I accepted it last Wednesday. This was on a Monday, I want to say. And so I had to call the AMC and let them know that people have, and they say, 100 appraisers have rejected this order. And I'm like, well, one accepted it last Wednesday. And they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, because I called a bunch of local appraisers I know, and one accepted it. So I literally had to assign it. And then when there were corrections, the underwriter and the AMC weren't communicating. And it's just been a horrible process. This is at a bigger lender than a lot of the lenders I know you guys are assigned with, but definitely crazy time. So give us a little.
Well, it is crazy out there. I'm disappointed to hear that the communication is the breakdown, but I hear that over and over again. And I don't get why. Communication's probably the most important thing in this environment right now. It's absolutely insane, and you've got to communicate to the client. The idea that they can't get something assigned in 3 weeks is baffling to me. Was this in California? A market in California?
Bay Area. It's always in the Bay Area, and I have to say it's always in the 510 area code.
510 area code's very difficult. It's extremely difficult right now, and the appraisers are buried, but not being able to get it assigned doesn't make sense to me. I can always get telling you that it's going to be a 3-week turn time, maybe.
Right.
I can see that, but it's waiting 3 weeks to get somebody to even accept an assignment. That doesn't make sense to me.
Right. And so what are you seeing out there as some of the issues that you're dealing with between, let's talk about property values. What's going on there?
It's insane. Everything's, I can't see purchases are all coming in below purchase price because there's bidding wars on everything, and everything's getting bid up past what we can reflect a market response to historically. So we're, I would say right now, I'd be hard pressed to put a percentage on it, but there's a large number of appraisals that are coming in below contract price just because these bidding wars are getting out of control, and we can't reflect those values on paper.
Yeah, I've actually seen, I haven't had an issue yet, but on some of my sales that are, dependent on another purchase to move forward, I've seen a lot of those coming in low. I've also heard just in Alameda City, for example, I know one listing came in 37% over asking. That's a new one.
Wow. Where was that in Alameda?
Just like on Central. I'm not allowed to say, I don't think, actually.
That is bizarre to me as well. But I mean, we've seen this before, right? It's when money's free, people go crazy. And they start.
It's true. This time it seems it's definitely crazier than like our low 2013 period and 2016, right? 19 rates were low, but since the pandemic, it's just like nothing makes sense anymore in appraisal land to me, and it's pretty frustrating.
Well, we've got a shortage
too. Yeah, you can tell oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry. We've got a shortage of appraisers right now. There hasn't been any new blood coming into the industry because of the rules that you've got to have a college degree to get a license, and so that's made it difficult to bring in new talent. And then with the appraisers aging out, and with COVID coming in and forcing a lot, especially in California, forcing a lot of appraisers to just stay at home because they're high risk because of they're an older community. It's just a perfect storm. And that's why you're seeing ridiculous fees and longer turn times.
Right. Well, very interesting. What else can we talk about here, do you think? I can edit it, though. Anything else going on?
No, just trying to get through the crunch of all these refis, all these sales, and trying to get you guys your appraisals.
Hey, what do you think about this UWM move to add all these AMCs to their panel?
I think it's smart. They had to do it, and they're doing it for the very reason of what we were just talking about. Those appraisals, us smaller AMCs are able to dodge and weave a little bit more than those big guys. I think we're better at communicating than the big guys are. And I think that's why they got to bring us little guys in and help us fix their problems.
Yeah, I can say you guys have been very good. And as Fresh Home Loan, I think I have more opportunity to use you guys. And I have to say, since I went wholesale in 2019, I literally have not seen so many issues with AMCs as I have. And I know the pandemic and rates and volume and everything is an issue, but it's mind-boggling how poorly mismanaged a lot of these companies are.
Yeah.
Talking about yours, of course. I didn't bring you on to bash you, So,
Wouldn't. I can take it, but no, I appreciate it. We pride ourselves in our communication, and we said at the very beginning of this, it's the most important piece of this during this current environment. If we're not communicating, then then your borrower's left in the dark, you're left in the dark. It makes you guys look bad as the broker working the transaction through the lender, and we try to make sure that doesn't happen. We want to make sure that you know what's going on. As soon as we know, we try to let you know.
All right. Well, let's ask this as a closing question for you. If you're a real estate agent or a home buyer or seller, what should they be prepared for? What's some advice to give those people who are in a purchase transaction right now in need of an appraisal?
I would be prepared to come in with cash, because you're competing with somebody that has cash. So you be ready to come in with cash on the transaction. The appraisal is probably going to come in below what you're offering on the house. So be ready for the cash. Secondly, be ready to pay up on that appraisal. The day of 495 appraisals, right? They're not happening right now. You're going to pay more than 495 for the appraisal. And it's most likely not going to come in a week. You're probably going to wait. A rush right now in many markets is 2 weeks. That's a rush. So it will depend on the location of where you're purchasing, but be prepared to wait longer, pay more, and have to come in with a little cash out of pocket.
Yeah. Another thing I'm seeing is I had an offer. Well, this is one where it appraised low, and it was 15% down, no contingencies. And I want to just stress that that's a terror. Like, I know you need those to get accepted, but if you get accepted and you're out of cash, this borrower's strapped, so I can't close my deal right on the other side. Like, realtors and buyers, you shouldn't be writing offers with no loan contingency, no appraisal contingency, where if it doesn't appraise, you can't close the deal, because you're wasting a ton of time and money on everyone's time and watch.
Yeah.
But let's wisen up about that. I know you want to get in homes, but you're not going to get in one to appraise.
Right.
All right, David Schutte. Well, thank you very much for the time. I appreciate you. And, I'm excited. I'm open. And, a couple lenders you're working with, I'm getting signed up with. So we're going to do some loans and some appraisals here, buddy.
Looking forward to it, Garrett. Thanks for having me on.
You have a good day. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, Facebook channel, all that good stuff.